Okay, so for today's video, we're talking about the apocalypse for YouTube now and how some person is upset trying to get people's careers ruined. So, let's just go straight into it. Okay, sorry for the hateful... Sorry for the hateful
like and subscribe
intro there, but you know what?
It's frustrating now.
I'm getting sick and tired of people being such babies that instead of confronting people, they use their identity or what they are to get policies changed because they know it's a sensitive topic and they just want to ruin somebody's career. And this video is going to be controversial.
Because they don't like what they say.
Because they disagree with somebody says.
That's basically all it is.
So, they talk about fascism, but they themselves are turning into fascists. If you don't know what we're talking about Vox, and I'm not even going to mention the guy, well actually, we're going to have to anyway, Carlos Maza.
Yeah.
And he went after Steven Crowder. And the exact opposite of what he wanted to happen is not happening. People are now flocking to Steven Crowder. People who didn't even like Steven Crowder before. They call it the Barbra Streisand effect, where you try to downplay something, talk bad about it repeatedly, well, it's going to make people go to it.
Yeah.
Kind of like where people didn't like Miley Cyrus, her acting that way. But it got her attention, right?
Yep.
People kept talking about it. Mm-hmm. So it brought people...
Yep.
So she kind of proved a point in doing that, even though you may not have liked what she did. The best way to get rid of things is to just not care about it.
Yeah, to not talk about it. Yep.
You know,
let people make their own decisions on things.
Sometimes if there's a violent or controversial issue that needs to be taken care of, you have to address it and you have to seek a solution to it.
Yeah.
But if it's just pure stupidity, just stay away from it. But this you have to talk about because this is ruining YouTube. Not only that, people that have careers on YouTube, it's ruining their careers.
It's affecting them. Yeah.
People that weren't even in the target of Carlos Maza, are now having their videos taken down. Even some people that agree with him, are having their YouTube videos taken down. And I don't mean just demonetized, they're being taken off. Because they have to do, I guess that ambulance, that siren is fitting.
I guess it's coming to, yeah.
It mentions certain words. You can't say, you have to say World War II enemies now. You can't say the term, James, you can't even talk about historical figures anymore. You get taken off of YouTube.
Yeah, I saw a report the other day on how they're starting to remove everything referencing Nazis, everything.
Yeah, now that you said that word, this video might get taken down. That's what I'm talking about. You can't say the words anymore. They're historical figures. They were evil. You need to remember them so it doesn't get repeated.
Yeah.
You
know what? I'm gonna talk about this first line.
Just get into your article.
On Wednesday, this is a Newsweek article. On Wednesday, YouTube announced it will limit access or outright ban content. These are the critical words in this first sentence. Content it deems racist or supportive of white supremacy.
Same thing Facebook said. Who are you to do that?
You need to set strict guidelines for people to follow because nobody's going to know.
Well, that's why they do it. They do it on purpose.
Because they can just choose. They can choose whatever they want.
That's why they do it. And that's why I don't like YouTube's policies. And they know what they're doing. They make it vague so at any time they can take you down. And look, I'm going to say this right now, and I'm going to say it at the very end. Do I think YouTube aligns with liberalism or this? I don't even say liberalism because this isn't liberal. This is just far left idiocy.
This is extremism.
This is extremism.
Yeah.
There are liberals out here that do not support this. And I don't know how many of them there are, but they need to come out and voice their opinions too. I don't care if you're liberal or conservative. You need to come out and say this is wrong because it is hurting the ability for people to create a career. If you want to live in a world where everything you say, you have to step on eggshells like you're walking around like trying to avoid all these controversies, you might as well just go live in a box. It's just away from everybody. And I'm not going to live like that.
No.
And most Americans don't want to live like that.
Nope.
Most people in the world don't want to live like that.
No.
It's fascism. They talk about fascism and how they want to get rid of it, but then they're fascist.
I know.
We're open up, we're tolerant, and we're open up to all forms of speech. Except for you son of a bitch. That's how they talk.
Yeah.
Go die. I hope you die. That's how they talk to people.
Yeah. Yeah, they don't just say that they don't agree with what you say. They take it to as extreme as you can possibly get.
You know, you're talking about Carlos Maza and stuff like that. and some of the articles and things that he brought up that were hurtful that Steven Crowder said.
Yeah.
But when you look for his tweets, when you look for Carlos Maza's tweets, they're non-existent.
It's hard to find them now.
However, when you just type in Carlos Maza, the first thing that pops up on Google, Steven Crowder.
Yeah.
And they try to make Steven Crowder look bad. So, who are they supporting? Do I think Google and YouTube are far left? No. You mean to tell you why I think they're doing what they're doing? Because I think it pushes an agenda to get them more money.
Plus, it does, and even on this article I have here, there's a YouTube play button, and there's people putting money down into it. So I guess, in a sense, they're sort of agreeing with you in a way.
Let me give you an example why. You look at YouTube now. What do they have? YouTube Red.
Yeah.
It's a subscription service where you can pay them to get money.
Yeah.
YouTube used content creators who were very popular.
Mm-hmm.
They used them to expand their platform.
Yep.
They used them to get them money, to get them clout, to get them more clout in society. So now what they're doing is they're using this Vox excuse. They don't care about this guy. They couldn't care less about this guy.
No.
They're using his identity to put forth an idea, which is, let's use an excuse to deplatform a whole bunch of people so now we can stop paying them money and put this money forward to our programs and policies so we can expand what we want to expand on. They want to take the U out of YouTube and just put in
WeTube.
a television.
It should be called WeTube now.
A television service.
Referring to them as we. Anyway, something else.
It's basically internet TV. That's what they are now.
Yep.
So people, you know what people are going to stop doing? They're going to stop making YouTube videos eventually if you deplatform everybody, and there's going to be a new service out there that people are going to flock to.
Somebody will create something.
What are you that stupid?
I know.
People don't watch YouTube to watch television.
No, yeah.
They stopped watching television to get on YouTube to make their own content.
Yep.
That was the point.
People use YouTube for things like cooking, figuring out how to cook things, figuring out how to fix things around their house that they need to fix, instructional videos, makeup videos. There's ASMR videos people use to sleep. There's nothing within the realm of movies or TV that allow people to see things like that.
Look, Steven Crowder is a comedian. Does he say things that are on razor's edge sometimes that are offensive? Yes, he's a comedian. If you don't like it, then don't watch it.
Yeah. Something I noticed on here is it talked about, okay, they wrote a blog post, YouTube did, claiming that videos alleging that a group is superior in order to justify discrimination, segregation, or exclusion based on qualities like age, gender, race, caste, religion, sexual orientation, or veteran status. I'm not quite sure where that one comes from. I don't even know where that came
Veteran
from.
status.
Veteran status. I don't know where that. That's almost like an appeal to military. They're talking about military, right?
It's like they just did it just to include them.
Yeah, just to include them in it.
Which, you know what? It's not wrong, but I don't even know if anybody has ever been in trouble on YouTube for doing that.
Will no longer be allowed on the platform. So I guess this kind of explains why.
So when were their videos talking bad about veterans?
I don't know.
Maybe I don't know.
The site's algorithm will also change to push less. These are in quotes. Authoritative content. I don't even know what that.
But you were just authoritative in yourself, were you not?
Yeah, I don't even know quite what they're.
You demonetized an entire set of people. Not even a group, just an entire like a giant array of people. You just demonetized all of them.
For example, if a person watches a video that comes close, in quotes again,
what does that mean?
To violating YouTube's policies, they might be recommended videos from more established and reputable news outlets. Well, who deems those news outlets reputable?
Not to mention, what does it close mean? When do you decide
comes
that?
Close. What is that?
Who are you to decide what's reputable?
That's not me doing that. It's in the article. They're in quotes in the article. So that's exactly
you
how it's talked about.
Do you want to, at the end, don't close that tab down? Because I don't have that article up. We haven't even talked about the articles I have up yet.
Yeah.
I'm going to get that link because I don't have the screen capture up on James' computer.
Yeah.
So that way you can, if you don't agree or understand what we're talking about, we'll get the link up.
At the very least, even if we don't get the link to that,
just
we
read
can
the title.
Put the link in the description bar.
Well, yeah, I didn't mean the title, I meant the description.
Okay, yeah.
Read the title and tell people what the site's on.
This is a Newsweek article, and the title is "What is Voxadpocalypse? YouTubers weigh in on controversial new rules."
Is there any more to talk about that? Because I'm just going to...
Not really. Go ahead and get into your stuff.
So, here's the overview. Well, I guess we should have already given an overview, but, you know, this is just a heated... Vox host Carlos Maza is blasting YouTube for not adequately enforcing its hate speech policies. And this is on BuzzFeed. I'm not going to scroll up because it talks about some really controversial stuff that is disgusting that's going on in the world, and I'd rather not mention that right now. So I just want to focus on this. So BuzzFeed talks about that. We're going to go into two different extremes. I'm not going to go straight into that. I'm just going to read this other title. FJotis.net, I don't even know what this is. I don't even know if I pronounced that title right. YouTube's bungled PR announcements made Carlos Maza's harassment worse. There's other YouTubers that I really like that talk about this. Steven Crowder's one of them. Young Ripa's one of them. The Quartering's another one that really give good opinions on this, probably in a less heated way than what me and you were doing. Actually, just me in general, because you have gotten upset. But, you know, this talks about Rebecca Lewis as a doctoral student at Stanford University. Why does that give her clout? How does her having a possible doctoral...
I guess people...
I shouldn't put that in quotes,
I guess people deem that as... I don't know.
But how is her having a doctorate? Does she have a doctorate
in? I don't...
Does she have a doctorate in YouTube studies?
I mean,
how does that give her more clout?
I don't know.
See, she researches far-right online... How do you have a doctorate in researching far-right online articles?
I don't know.
How is that a doctorate?
I don't know. I don't even know what you would consider.
Hey, there's a dog barking out here. That'll give me more sense. Hey, let's open this window. How do you open this? How do you open this?
I think it's locked.
How do you open this?
Actually, I don't even know how you unlock it or anything.
Hey, dog! How do you get a doctorate?
Internet study? I don't even know what you'd call it.
Is that her doctorate?
I don't know.
She researches far-right online subcultures and celebrities, and is the author of Alternative Influence, broadcasting the reactionary right on YouTube. How is that? Please tell me that's not what her doctorate's in. So we have people walking around society getting paid for researching people's opinions online. That's an actual doctorate. No wonder people say college is worthless now. That's dumb.
And you're somebody who has a master's from the university.
A 4.0. How does that enhance society? How does that enhance society? Tell me that. I don't care if it's a conservative.
And why are you getting a doctorate? So she does a blog post, is what she does. Is that right?
I don't know. She researches far-right. YouTube, here's the title. YouTube's bungled PR announcements made Carlos Maza's harassment worse. No, it's not. YouTube they didn't mishandle it. Well, actually, they did. They demonetized Steven Crowder.
Which is wrong, because according to what they responded to Carlos Maza with, it makes no sense.
Yeah, and they
told him he didn't violate any
policies,
but they demonetized him. So,
and if you watch Steven Crowder's videos on it, they tell him, and I'm paraphrasing now because I watched his video just to get some more light on it. They told him if he takes the link to his t-shirts down, because the t-shirt, it says socialism is for figs. And his statement was, and I don't know if he was laughing about it or he was just making a joke, he was saying that socialism bears no fruit. So
people aren't smart enough to understand that.
But people were attributing it to, he was saying, a slanderous term towards homosexual people.
It's not even the same word.
It's not. And Steven Crowder being a comedian, I don't know what his viewpoint was. Even if it was, which I don't think it was, I don't know what I don't even know if that was what he was getting at. Does it toe the line? Maybe. I don't know. But it was making fun of socialism, and it was just comedic. It was funny.
Well, you know, comedians, even left-leaning comedians, are refusing to perform at colleges now.
Because they
used
can't.
to be one of the biggest...
They can't.
Spots for comedians to go perform were colleges, and they can't do it anymore because they get protested.
Me and you now would have been considered liberal back in the day. Now we would be considered fascists for disagreeing with these people.
As left-wing as Bill Maher is, he won't perform at colleges. He can't. He said he can't do it.
YouTube's bungled PR, yeah, because it's all PR.
Yeah.
It's all PC and PR.
Yeah, that's what he said. He said nobody can take a joke anymore.
But at the same time, to Bill Maher, dude, the side you're leaning towards are the ones doing it.
Oh, the ones doing it, yeah. It doesn't make any sense.
YouTube's bungled PR announcements made Carlos Maza's harassment worse. No. Even if you deplatformed Steven Crowder, it would have made it worse. It would have made it a lot worse. The fact that Carlos Maza came out and acted like a little pussy, and that's what he is, because he disagreed with what Steven Crowder had to say about him. Dude, we've had death threats online video games. What are we supposed to do? Are we supposed to go on there and go, this guy made fun of me? No, I don't care, dude. You know why? I'll just turn it off.
And then Carlos Maza, one of his first tweets was something like, I usually have really thick skin about stuff like this.
You don't.
Oh, obviously you don't.
What you did is you disliked his viewpoints on things. He was popular and wanted to take him.
I know damn well that he's gotten language towards him a lot worse than what Steven Crowder. I know he has.
You tell me the fact that he is gay, and that's what he is, that's what he's gay, which I'll do what Steven Crowder is, which is brave and beautiful. Just say that. So we don't get in trouble. I have no viewpoints on it. I don't care if you're gay. I don't care. I couldn't care less, dude.
I don't care if you're straight.
Yeah, I don't give a damn.
I don't care if you like aliens.
You could like dinosaurs. You could be sexually attracted to dinosaurs.
I don't care.
I don't care.
No.
Sorry, I shouldn't say that word. It's offensive. You know that's it. No, the word sexual attraction. I can't say that. I shouldn't say that. That's wrong on YouTube. You get in trouble. You get reported. You get flagged.
For sexual attraction.
Yeah, for saying that. You can't say that.
Okay, what? Okay, I'm not even going to get into it.
You know.
Different topic.
It's okay to promote.
It's okay to refer to yourself as queer, but somebody else can't use that word to refer.
Yeah, that's what you are, dude. And does Steven Crowder get a little offensive sometimes? Yeah, but he's a comedian. And again, if you don't like it, just don't watch it.
All you're doing is giving him free publicity when you're doing this.
And there's no slurs that he really used. He just called him gay and Mexican and Latino. That's what he is. That's what he is. And YouTube said YouTube reviewed it and said that he didn't violate anything. If you hear some construction outside, I'm sorry.
I didn't know that was going to go on, but yeah.
But YouTube said he didn't violate anything. Anyway.
But they still demonetized.
So we're going to get in two different extremes. We're going to get into BuzzFeed, now let's get into Infowars.
Yeah.
Two completely different extremes.
Yeah.
However, I didn't see BuzzFeed had any quotes. Maybe I didn't read through the whole article. I don't know. Let's get into Infowars. Infowars talks about how YouTube announced demonetization. Steven Crowder is somewhat is conservative. After a Vox editor who is very liberal accused the comedian of harassment. Since I started working at Vox, this is Carlos Maza saying this. Steven Crowder has been making video after video debunking strike-through. Every single video has included repeated overt attacks on my sexual orientation and ethnicity. No, it hasn't. I watched his videos. Does he make a little fun of you sometimes? Yeah, but he doesn't make fun of your identity. Steven Crowder has gay people on his program all the time. He has black people. He has Hispanic people. He has people of all different ethnicities and races. Updated on our continued content, we have suspended this channel's monetization. We came to the decision because a pattern of egregious actions has harmed the broader community and is against our YouTube's partner program policies. I thought they said he didn't violate anything.
So they're using their partner programs, their ad people basically, saying, so they're using that as an excuse so that they don't have to take the blame for it. That's almost more insulting to the whole situation, that they're not even willing to take any form of responsibility for what's going on.
As an open platform, it's crucial for us to allow everyone, from creators to journalists to late-night TV hosts, to express their opinions. No, it's not. You just proved that. With the scope of our policies. Opinions can be deeply offensive, but if they don't violate our policies, they'll remain on our site. So wait a minute. You just said... You're right, James.
They're trying to appeal to both sides, and all they're doing is making both sides mad.
He didn't violate their terms, so they can't remove him. However, they're using a partner program and AdSense and ad services to demonetize him.
Yeah.
So they're playing both sides.
They're playing both sides is all they're doing.
Let's use this to demonetize him so we can make Carlos Maza happy, but at the same time, let's not take him off. So Steven Crowder...
And like I said, all they're doing is pissing off both sides doing that. They're not making anybody happy. That's what happens when you start trying to appeal to every group. That's exactly how it happens. That's how it comes down.
Steven Crowder came out and said Team YouTube made the right decision. If they banned us, they'd have to ban, and he probably, I guess he put a picture up of a whole bunch of different people. To clarify, in order to reinstate monetization on the channel, he will need to remove the link to his t-shirts, and apparently he did that. So you have to go look at Steven Crowder's content. Just spoke with YouTube, confirmed the second apocalypse is here, and they're coming for you. More details to follow. Which they did. They went after everybody, demonetized a whole bunch of people. We have details in incoming video, but YouTube and Vox have launched an all-out war on all independent creators, which they did because they took down a bunch of people's content. A message about YouTube on the Voxadpocalypse. Steven Crowder's more tweets. And then...
You know what? As two people trying to get started on YouTube, we're even more invested in this now.
It's just upsetting. Even if we got 2 other jobs to help, I would still keep doing this. Dude, you made an enemy out of a whole bunch of people.
And you know what? And I think later, going along to the rest of this week, we might mention this more. We don't want to do this video.
No.
We wanted to talk about E3 all week long.
But we have to talk about this because this affects everybody. Let's get into the next article. Carlos Maza's reign of terror. And I'm going to try and wrap this up.
Yeah.
It's on 20 minutes. Is Steven Crowder actually demonetized on YouTube? It's hard to tell. No, it's not. Every one of his videos has a yellow mark on it. They're saying because he still makes money from Mug Club. So they want to just destroy him.
So that's people giving their own money.
They just want it.
So they want him thrown in jail.
It sounds like they want him dead.
Or dead.
They just want him erased from existence. Is Steven Crowder actually demonetized on YouTube? Where does this come from? HumanEvents.com. I don't know anything about these people. It's hard to tell. Carlos Maza, a former Media Matters activist. You know what Media Matters does?
What?
They make it their goal just to deplatform people.
Oh, well, that makes sense.
So I guess he just continued his...
That fits him, yeah.
Carlos Maza, a former Media Matters activist. Everybody's an activist now. Everything's a movement now. What should we call this movement, James? Should this be a movement? Hashtag stay the f*** out of YouTube independent programs, you f***ing movement. A former Media Matters activist and current bad actor at Vox decided that he had heard quite enough from the Mug Club proprietor. He launched a campaign to deplatform Crowder, compiling a video of Crowder's bullying and rallying his journalist buddies to make it go viral. At first it looked like YouTube wouldn't bend to Maza's pressure campaign. In a threaded reply on Twitter, they explained that while they didn't agree with Crowder's speech, it wasn't violating the terms of service. So why did they continue on? To appease people?
Because they got a bunch of hate on Twitter from other people.
So what? It didn't violate your terms of service.
That just means you don't have any balls. Can't stand by your decision.
Then within 24 hours, YouTube reversed themselves, saying that Crowder would in fact be demonetized. Then a few hours later, they reversed themselves again, saying that the Crowder would be remonetized. So as long as he... Take a stand! Do something!
Yeah, pick one or the other. It's frustrating because this is all a build-up of just all kinds of stuff, all blending together.
This phenomenon may seem novel. A journalist is on one hand calling for the assault and battery of conservatives, and on the other hand demanding that a conservative commentator be unpersoned for being mean to him. It isn't. In societies throughout history, the following dynamic is common. Aristocrats may be rude to other aristocrats may be rude to peasants, but peasants may not be rude to aristocrats. Under our system, de facto, Carlos Maza is perfectly within his rights to demand that conservatives have milkshakes thrown at them.
Yeah, he can say that all he wants.
Yeah, Steven Crowder conversely cannot insult Carlos Maza. So basically what they're saying is in society now, basically what they're getting at is in society now, you cannot get mad at these people. These people would be the aristocrats. You know, we talked about in sociology how the bourgeoisie was taking down the proletariat, which basically the high class is taking down the lower class, the working class. Just put in layman's terms, rich people are just kicking the shit out of poor people.
Yeah.
It's basically what they're saying. But these people are parading around like they're the poor people. But in fact, they're not. Yep. You know why? Because they're controlling the voices of all the other people. You know who the proletariat are? You know who the people who are poor? It's us. That would be the identity of what we are. You know why? Because we're the ones being taken down. You aren't. You still have a platform, right?
Yeah.
Is he still able to speak his mind?
Yeah.
Is he still able to go out and call for violence on people?
But they'll call, yeah.
We aren't.
No.
We can't say anything.
Nope.
We have to sit here like this. Well, people come up and just knock the hell out of us right in our face.
And then they wonder why people just go off the deep end and go off the edge and just do something like drastic and crazy.
And I don't think it's right. I don't condone stuff like that. But you know, when you push people to a point and you back people into a corner, this is basically what we're doing. We're coming out and voicing our opinions. But what about people like us who don't have this technology? This costs money.
Yeah.
People say it doesn't cost money to do YouTube. Yes, it does.
Yep.
You have to have a computer. You have to have software. You have to have cameras. It costs money. You want to make good content, it costs thousands of dollars. It's a business. You have to put money into it.
All this stuff is just...
But let's get into here just to prove a point. Oh, I wanted to mention this stuff. Right here.
Yeah.
Typed in Carlos Maza endorses violence because I wanted to see if I could find these tweets. So what popped up first was the videos, of course, but I wanted news articles. Carlos Maza's reign of terror, humanevents.com. That's what I just found. Carlos Maza representing fascism at Vox. Vox's reporter on YouTube censorship. Here's how Carlos Maza answers when he asked how he'd react. YouTube censorship cries bully. Carlos Maza defended Antifa. Stephen Crowder and Carlos Maza. So I couldn't find his tweet specifically. And I went through all this stuff and I finally found his Twitter. Actually, I didn't find his Twitter. I found his Twitter, but I didn't find it. Here's Dan Bongino, and he's been on Fox News a few times. You can think about what you want about him. I think he's conservative. But anyway, aligning with people like Carlos Maza, who has called for physical attacks on conservatives, is just about the dumbest business strategy I've seen. Milkshake them all, Carlos Maza says. Humiliate them at every turn. Make them dread public organizing. There's my point. Why is that okay? Why is that okay? You know what I'm saying?
I know what you're saying.
But Stephen Crowder making a joke about you is wrong.
Yeah.
Why are you still valid and allowed to have your viewpoints? Excuse me. Why is that still okay?
These people are so into themselves that they think that they're automatically right and they don't think anyone else
that humanevents.com
has any chance to be right.
Yeah, that humanevents.com reported it perfectly. They're the aristocrats thinking that they have the ability to judge everybody.
Yeah.
But they themselves can't be judged. And as soon as they do, you know what they do? They cry foul and they use their identity They use their identity to do it. They did this because I was gay. No. They did it because you're an idiot.
And they can always use that. It's always an excuse that you can get a lot of people to believe.
And YouTube bent the knee.
Yep.
Because they were getting hate on Twitter. People saying that they hated homosexuals and they hated gays and they... No, they don't. What about Milo Yiannopoulos? Is he not gay?
Yeah.
He gets hate all the time. You know what he does? He puts up with it. You know why? Because he's a man.
Yep. As a matter of fact, he's been called racist, and he'll admit straight out to you that the gay men that he likes are mostly black men.
You know, he's in a... And I don't know if he still is. But I know back in the day when I used to watch him, I do every once in a while, but he's in a relationship with a black man.
He said he likes black men. That's what he likes.
So how's he a racist?
I don't know.
Derek Blackman, who is black, has been called a white supremacist.
It's because these words have been used so much. You have to understand these words have been used so much that the meaning's gone. The true meaning of these words are gone.
This is all bullshit. It's all bullshit. YouTube doesn't care. They're not far left. They're not anything. They're doing it to save face.
You know,
which is why they couldn't take a stand.
Yeah.
It's why they couldn't take a stand, because they have no stand. Their stand is, how do we make more money?
You really want to know what I think? I think all this is something that these big corporations and people in power with money do to try and get everybody else against each other and in a big front.
Anyway, guys, we went over our time. I don't want to talk about it too much longer. It's getting ridiculous. It was a cut, sorry. But we want to know your thoughts on it. It's disgusting. You have to take a stand now. Don't want to, but you have to, it seems like. It's sad. Didn't even want to talk about this today. Make sure you leave a like if you like our content. Subscribe to our content.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment like we just said. All the articles that we went through, you can go through our video and look at the articles up at the top if you want to check them out yourself. Maybe we missed something, maybe we didn't say something right. Hit that notification bell if YouTube will even allow you to see our videos. Maybe not after this, I don't know. And thank you for watching. Hope
Yep.
you enjoy.
Have a good day.